Worship to me is like when you go every Sunday to church and when you just kind of get renewed and get that fresh feeling of kind of starting over and just being able to get your feelings out and just time to be with God and with other believers.
Worship to me is just a time where I can focus on God and just give Him like praise and glory and like thank Him for everything He's done for me.
Like for me, worship is just me, like most of the time just me getting by myself, somewhere where I'm quiet, and opening my heart to Jesus. And
I think worship's like being able to express yourself like through praise and not just like praying, but also being able to express that outwardly.
Music really affects how you feel and how you worship, and it really gets your heart into worship when you're singing. And some songs just really get you and really get you into the mood of worship.
Music has, like, at least on me, it has a big impact on like my worship because it just puts me in a really good mood, and it just makes me like want to praise God even more.
It just helps me like focus my mind on God and like the words that are coming in that I can hear. They just help me like focus on Him and try not to get so like distracted.
I think it allows you to open up more because it's not like just your words, but you're being able to use the words of others like to like apply to your life.
Our church tried out this kneeling thing. We got these kneelers and we tried them and we all like pray together, and that was really meaningful, and it really it just really helps a lot. It was really good to just pray with other believers.
I've had meaningful worship times like at chapel, and like the most meaningful times to me have just been when I just like forget about everything else, because it's easy during worship to still think about other things. So just those times where I forget about everything else and just focus on God have been the most meaningful to me.
I remember was last year when we had that like worship thing. That was like the first time where I like really connected.
When Corey and Brandon came, because that's when like I just prayed to God like so openly that like I know like I could feel like Jesus was there with me, and my heart was completely open, and I feel like just me and God were talking just one-on-one with her. It was just a great moment in worship.
A lot of it's like the atmosphere, like who you're around, like what you're with, like if you're not distracted, and just being like when I'm just focused directly on God and I don't let like the little things around me like pull me away from that.
Makes you think about when like Christ's sacrifice. That's just really good to get that renewal every week.
Normally like in worship you're around other people. So like it's not just like for a show, but it's like you're there and you don't really care who else sees it. Like you can actually show it.
I think when I just like think about like God during worship time and not just like let it just like go through my ears, just like actually like think about it and understand it all, it makes it a lot easier to focus on Him.
Like worship just is that place where one of those places where I can go to just think about like a bunch of stuff.